Oh, oh yeah. I also recorded some video clips. Like I didn't send them to Emma, but they're just in my drive folder.
Yeah, if you guys could send it to her, that'd be really helpful, because then at least that way she has the footage and then she can compile the what we did this week videos. She's like adamant about starting a YouTube page for liberatory learners, so
yeah,
go ahead and do that. All right, Kyle, whenever you're ready to share your screen.
Yeah. Just get that. That looks fine. Screen. All right, so basically I've gotten most of the configuration of the Hugo theme the way I think it's okay. There's some things I haven't gotten around to doing, obviously images, the projects, recent posts. There's more like customization we could do, but I figured that this would be plenty fine for you. I did manage to get the space background working to fit with the Cosmic Kitty theme, because I can see the old website you had on Time Machine. Like it's not up anymore, but I can look on like Wayback Machine and I could see what the website looked like. So you had like the rainbow color effect or whatever, and I wanted to keep with the space-ish kind of color scheme. I also stole part of your bios from the old site.
That's creepy. Not you, but the fact that you know how to do that, it's so crazy to me. Okay, also I didn't know that existed. Also, Kyle, is there a way that you can do that wizardry thing that you did to go back to the Titties websites and see all the different variations of the Titties websites?
It really depends. What is the URL again? I think I tried to look at it, but
change.art.
Give me a moment.
Yeah.
I'll figure that out later. But I think I did look at it and they didn't index those pages. They did index the homepage like twice for the Cosmic Kitty website, but not the other one. So that's the only thing that's indexed. Everything else is not there. So I managed to find your bios, like I edited them down, and I haven't written this one. Basically on your end, you just have to hand me over what you want on these kind of like projects, or we can rename all of this. This is all changeable, but I know you have blog posts on Medium and other sites that we can fill into these if you want. Whatever social medias you want to use, it's up to you. So really just content, whatever content you want me to put here, you just email it to me. I'll put it up here and then we can figure out what we're going to do with hosting later on.
Thanks, Kyle. So a couple of questions are coming up right now. The first one is, after this internship ends, how user-friendly would this be for someone to learn the back end of this? Should they need to change information in there?
Oh, Hugo is great for that. And that's the reason why I didn't build completely from scratch. Completely from scratch is much more complicated to maintain. But the nice thing with Hugo, I think I can just share my VS Code. We're going to share my VS Code. Basically, can you see what I'm looking at? It just looks like a bunch of code to you.
Right.
Basically how Hugo works is you have all these files and you have like two parts. You have the content, like the words, and then you have actually three parts. You have your configuration files, your words, and your actual templated code, which you can change. If you don't want to change the template, then all you have to do is change the markdown files for the words. So if I wanted to add a new post, all I'm doing is making a new file in this like blogs area and then just copy and pasting this format and then just writing in Markdown here, which anyone can do. Markdown is just using different like hashtags or different symbols to indicate how big or small you want something. The rest is just words, and that's something that pretty much anyone can do. And the configuration file is relatively straightforward too. You write what you want after the commas. So to make it into a website you can upload, you just run the Hugo command after installing the software, and it just builds the website into classic, files. You can just copy paste all these and upload to whatever storage. So what I'm saying is it's separating all the parts into individual things you can just type. You don't really need to know. You just fill in the blanks more or less.
Okay, Shifu, I have a question. Is it possible, Caroline, to share with Kyle the document that Caden and Madison made to give Kyle an idea of how to make a user guide for, let's say, someone else? Because 100% Miss Hannah Yukon is not going to do this. So
Yeah.
similarly to Caroline, who had to read the manual from Madison. Madison was the first web designer for the liberatory learners. I mean, after myself, but I used Wix to design my first website. Then she came in and did it from scratch. Caroline learned the back end of WordPress to go in and input the curriculum. Kyle, is there a way that you could make either like a video segment exactly like you're talking about, literally run the next, so imagine
Yeah.
it's to the next
I
person.
can put that on the list of things to get done.
Yeah, I can film that to him. I'll send him the documentation.
That looks great, Kyle. Also, yeah, I'm running back and forth between, well, I'm speaking with a marketing agency right now called Her Brand Co. And I basically have 3 months worth of free marketing programming. If you guys would like lessons or classes in how to market, please let me know, shoot me an email and I'll give you the code or the login information to, it's really, really valuable information. The, how do you say, one of the programs they want me to sign up for is something like what Kyle is making, to like basically make a website from scratch and essentially sell a product. So I'm wondering if I can even like skip that step. This I'm like speaking out loud to myself in terms of like how I want this website to look, right? How, like, is this a Cosmic Kitty landing page, or is this like the, and, or is this, you know, and I don't know. I have no idea. It makes sense to make it a Cosmic Kitty landing page because then it can go into the different aspects of Liberatory Learners. We can connect the Liberatory Learners URL to the Cosmic Kitty Hugo site and then create essentially a new link for the blog posts that will be edited or re-edited and re-uploaded again in a more user-friendly way where people are able to like actually draw information from these blog posts and the rest. I'm gonna have, that's another thing I'm probably gonna be working with Caroline on to like edit these blog posts. Miss Caroline. And then like I almost see the landing page, right, Kyle, as plastic is a manifested material of oppression, right? Because literally basically everything that I do, everything to a certain extent is about drawing attention to ending plastic and articulating in as many ways as possible through video, through music, through poetry, through art, through internship programs, through curriculum, through education and entrepreneurship, the ways that it's connected to the slaughterhouses and the war and the slavery and the poverty and the homelessness. So I feel like a landing page that says that will draw people in, you know, because long-term goal, I really want to, the reason why I'm hesitant about doing the 10-week program with the Her Brand Co. is, you know, it's $1,700. You know, it's and you know, this is a financial, you know, investment on my end, but I really want to be making products that we can start selling to generate income to like, yeah, really like open up as many channels of income as possible and like know exactly where this income is going, like per product, like this is going to pay this person, you know, etc. Yeah, bros, New York City was wild, many revelations. We can definitely be doing business with restaurants. I want to share so much with you guys, but we'll put a needle in that and come back to it later when it flows correctly. Okay, so all right, cool. Kyle, yes, please continue.
Where was I? What was I talking about?
Hugo website, making the feature, the user guide for the next person so that they know.
Oh yes, I can get that done. Making the user guide shouldn't be an issue. I just was checking on my phone, so the Titties for Change art site is still actually it's better indexed than the other site. So you actually still have some of your posts, like something about the Minecraft So some of these posts are still like indexable.
Okay, if there's any way, Kyle, that you could grab footage or like pictures from the old website, I let it be canceled without taking any documentation of how it was, because I want to be able to show investors in the future, like this is how we started and this is like where we're at right now with our website, like the development of the website, also for documentation purposes.
Yeah, I can capture all this. There's also that gigantic list of people I made. I didn't contact anyone yet because I don't know what I'm asking these people like to see, but I did make a list of the three-part list really. Let me get the link for that. All right, Zoom chat. We got the list with basically the top politicians of New York City's municipal government, all of the city councilmen, just some a random assortment of departments. Then I also found a lot of different businesses and organizations. Some of them are a little loosely tied to the, like, I don't really know what the presentation is going to be about. So I really just went all over the place when it came to the selection.
The presentation is going to be about the how, where the goal of the presentation is to have them be in writing, have them get these people in writing. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm sorry, you guys. Get these people to sign a document, to sign a thing that says, yes, we, New York City, agree to ban all plastic, something along the lines. And that takes us through the next, I want to say maybe week to come up with what we actually want them to do. I mean, what would you guys want New York City to do? You have all these people, and maybe like not have, maybe even just half of these people in the room. Like, what would you want to show them? And what would you want to tell them? What would you want to ask of them? We don't have to talk about it right now, but to give you an idea, right? Okay, Kyle, and also it's I need to work with Caroline on creating the blueprint as much as possible to share with you as well, Kyle, so that you have a better idea of what we're really asking, right? Like we're talking about opening up commercial units for free, right? Like using it as a pop-up space where we can hire vendors, share vendors, hire vendors, hire instructors in the space. Is wow. Every commercial space as much as possible. Imagine one street, right? Pick a street, like 37th Street, for instance. There are 5 empty commercial spaces. Each of these 5 commercial spaces are going to become a healing hub. One healing hub specifically about plastic recycling, one healing hub specifically about literacy, one healing hub specifically about the kitchen, meaning the food's going to be coming in, the food's going to be free. One healing hub on the same street is going to be for the homeless, meaning as we are picking up plastic and the homeless are going to bring it back to one of the hubs. One healing hub, this is just a proposal, right? There are other ways to be doing these things, but the core idea is to get people off the street and the plastic off the street and organized and shredded and used and sold to plastic manufacturing companies that had this like idea that is like essentially the pellets that, and this is a research question that maybe one of you guys can take on. What are the actual materials that the plastic manufacturing companies are using when they're putting the pellets into the plastic stuff? Like what goes in? And this is a question for myself as well, because I'm imagining it's pellets from the research that I've done. So if they can replace the pellets that are the pure plastic, replace it with the recycled plastic pellets, isn't that voila?
I found a company that's does wholesale sales of recycled plastic pellets. They're like eBay for plastic pellets that are made of recycled plastic pellets. So they list all the materials or whatever, the bid specs. It's called Surplus, and I have it on the list of people can discover material. Where is the?
Yo, Chico, hold on, baby. Are they on the list of the people Kylie's in?
Let me just give the link. Another link.
I see that. Perfect. I see that.
Nope, that's not.
CIRPLUS. Yeah. Right. That's it. Right. Exactly. Correct.
So you can see they have different kinds of plastic materials. So people are selling these kinds of recycled plastics as either granules, so pellets, bales, like just grind it up, rolls, compound, or even powder. So any kind of medium for grinding up these plastics, you can sell them pretty much.
What's the process like to sell? the plastic waste?
For surplus, it's like eBay, but you have to go through with surplus, and they have to make sure your plastic is legitimate, clean,
Yeah.
that it's the right kind of plastic, that you're not advertising something that's not what it is. So they just vet you as a seller and a customer.
Kyle, could you take a look into the process of becoming a seller, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, sweet. Let's see here. Did you manage to find a person attending your presentation from last week?
Me? No, I didn't get to that yet. I didn't know what to tell people.
Do you feel like you have a better idea now that we've went through a little bit of the blueprint?
Yeah, I think I can figure out something.
Okay, cool. All right, updates on what you're creating. Do you have anything to add to what you have already added?
I don't think I demoed the bot.
Word, let's do that.
I can do that real quick. All right. All right. Share screen. All right, so the bot is really all I have is a very basic demo. There are some issues with that I had to work through today, but more or less you just run a command and it goes through a little text-based game of higher or lower based on some statistics I found from some non-for-profit that I also added to the list. And this is more or less all I've gotten done. You answer, it tells you whether you're right or wrong. It provides the statistic, and it messages you with the companies that were in the game for you, and I would add the contact info. So that's where we are so far. It's up, it does that, and that's about it. And you can try the demo from like 5 days ago on Replit to run it. So that's basically all I have for that.
What's the goal for the app or the?
I would say that the app is more or less just to get more people to know about liberatory learners, because we could have this app on different Discord communities. Now a lot of green Discord communities exist about different variety of different things, no waste living, gardening, etc. So this is just something that a lot of different communities can relate to. It's just a little game bot, and then we can spread contact info, and that's basically it. It has a purpose, and that purpose is you play a game, you learn a little about the companies, and we give you we give you the contact info plus a sample email that you can send to them to address the fact that Coca-Cola in 1 year they found like 13,000 pieces of plastic. So that's what that is. And we could also through that send them a message about liberatory learners or whatever you want to send them this option. So
Cool.
That's where we are with that.
Thanks, Kyle. I'm gonna segue over to Caroline. Caroline, do you remember that document from Precious Plastic Universe that illustrated the different types of plastic? There were like 7 types, and we used one of those for our curriculum. Could you please send that document to Kyle, please? Kyle, I'm wondering if part of the game, right, you could have people learn about the different types of plastic there are. So you could show like a number 2 and then be like, what does this get made into? Or like, what type of material does this plastic shred down into? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like we have an image of a common type of plastic product, like a bottle, and most bottles are made of the same type of plastic, like by number category. And then that way you can teach people what kind of numbered plastic most things are.
Right. And let me drop the link in here for you as well, so you can get a better idea of the Precious Plastic Universe. Okay. That's awesome, Kyle. Sweet. All right, that's next question. What does your material trash what does your material trash harvest look like? Have you guys been collecting your trash? Yeah, Caroline, I see you nodding.
It's mostly like food.
It's mostly what?
Like food packages.
Yeah.
Like outside the container. Yeah.
Kyle, have you been collecting your trash? Oh, he froze. Kyle, come back. Hey, you get kicked off. Kyle, come in. Come in, Kyle. You here? What happened? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Where you at? Kyle Liao. What happened to him? It's okay. Never mind. Okay, we'll come back. Caroline, go ahead and tell us what you've been up to.
Yeah, so right now I've just been working on the plastic survey. I can send you like the link to it. I'm not sure. Like I think I need more questions. And I was just like looking at Miro, and then at first it's like really hard to process. So I'm still just trying to like break it down because it's like a lot of scattered ideas, I feel like. And like I'm just trying to merge it and make it more clear.
Bless your soul for doing that.
Yeah.
Like, this woman. I'm supposed to, it's been 3 years, Caroline, and like multiple people have worked on this blueprint. I almost feel right. Yeah, I almost feel like using the Miro as like your reference to choose a platform that works better for you. You know what I mean? Because we don't have to use it necessarily.
Yeah, but I do like this format, so I might just use Miro.
They also have what like help desk, you know, like the people to actually teach you how to use the program here. Yeah,
Okay.
it's actually really helpful. I just don't have I don't.
Okay, thank you.
I wish they would send us cookies. Every time they ask us to accept their cookies, can you please give us cookies? Can you imagine the future? Ding ding, and then like a cookie comes out, like a 3D printer of a cookie that's edible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see here. Okay, join our webinar. They have a webinar this Thursday at 8 p.m. PDT. Do you see that, Caroline? When you sign on to the Miro thingy-mabobby, it's on the left-hand corner. I'll share my screen. See this thing here?
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then they also have, I want to say, yeah, they have a guide. See here? What is Miro, moving around, content creation, collaboration? Yeah.
Yeah, really helpful.
Cool. Sweet. Hey Kyle, are you still there? Can you hear us? And
yeah, I can hear you. I think my camera, every time I tried to like open it, it like bugged out and froze it up. So I think it's just a crappy camera.
It's all good.
But I'm here.
Okay, thanks, Kyle. Oh, did you? Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go back to finishing the list of questions I had for you. Okay, yeah, Kyle. My question to you before we got cut off was, what does your material trash harvest look like?
Oh, I have plastic bottles, receipts. The like plastic bottles have the wrapper on them. Yeah. So I have that in a drawer. I also have the glue gun. I found it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, Susan's gonna be teaching us how to use stuff with that. Sweet. Okay, we'll touch base again with that one for now. Rose, thorn, rose from last week, Kyle. A rose and a thorn and a rose.
Quantitatively, I would have liked to get more work done in the same amount of time, but for what it's worth, I already got work done, so I guess that's good enough. I got things done. There are a lot of different things I got done this week. I guess the most thorny would probably be the wireframe that I made. I didn't really like it. I thought it looked kind of odd. It was my first time using Figma to make one, so it was all right.
Was that though? So the wireframe is for the app, right?
The barcode app, that's not really a barcode app anymore. It's just the name sticks.
There's another app, Kyle, that I'm wondering. I'll probably speak with you offline about this. Sure. It's essentially what is going to be the invitation factor for people to be attending our workshops. Again, I will probably speak with you about that at another point. I'm going to write there. It's called the 42 Project.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's go quickly. I keep going to do this. Okay, what you want to accomplish? What are you accomplishing this week, Kyle?
What I want to accomplish this week?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to get the website done. I want to get out of the way. I want to make a pitch for the Discord communities and obviously a pitch for the businesses, organizations, or whatever. Like what I'm gonna ask from them, and actually ask them. So that's about it.
Okay. Do you feel like you would need to meet with me one-on-one later? Like, probably today, but not right after this meeting, Kyle. Do you have some time later on today? The only time I'm available is after probably 4 p.m. CDT.
4 p.m. CDT is like
it's 5 p.m. So if it's past the 5 p.m. time for our internship time, then you can meet tomorrow.
Can we meet earlier than that?
Today, I can try. Okay, so today is I have a meeting later at 12. So 12 my time. So 1 EST, I have a meeting, and then 3, which is from 12 to 1. Okay, so I'm going to do my time. Okay, so from 12 to 1, I have a meeting, and then from 3. So I could meet with you between 2 and 3, which is 1 and 2. So let's do like 2:30. So 1:30. So 2:30 your time, can Kyle, for half an hour.
2:30 I can. Because I said that I start work at 7 because I wake up at 5 in the morning. So I'm about to log 5 hours by 12. So I'm gonna work another couple hours after I get lunch. Okay. And that'll be it for my day.
Okay. Yeah, that works. What's the first thing again? Pitch for Discord communities. You can get the website done. Okay, cool. What's next here? Questions or feedback for the group, Kyle?
Questions for the group. I think I already mentioned them. I said it was good with WhatsApp and the program referral paperwork.
Okay. And anything else you would like to speak into?
No, I think we're good. I'm good.
Okay, sweet. Thank you. Right, Caroline, your turn. So, Caroline, who is the person attending the presentation for our presentation?
I actually have a similar idea with Kyle. I don't know what it is to write yet, so I haven't started. But I think it was something like the gallery at the end, right? You can want to show them our work as well as like have them sign the contract. And I didn't know that beforehand. Like, you had to sign a contract where it's like you pledge to do these things to help stop plastic pollution. So I think I'll write something along those lines. And then I do have a place.
Could you repeat that?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It was like super blurry. It was super blurry.
Oh yeah. So I didn't really know what to write either. And I knew something like, oh, we like have like a gallery presentation at the end, but I didn't really like know about the part where like we have them sign like a pledge to like end plastic in these certain aspects.
Yeah.
That was important.
Yeah.
And I did have like a place in mind. It was like the Sierra Club for NYC, which is like it helps to prevent plastic. There's like a prevention of plastic pollution in that committee. So I think I'm gonna contact them. Yeah, I think that's it for in terms of the person that we're gonna meet.
What was the third thing again, Caroline? I'm sorry.
Thursday? What do you mean?
No, you said okay. So the survey and then the petition for the government official. And what was the third thing?
The blueprint.
The blueprint. Okay. Yep. I will put this in. Share more documents. I brought my laptop with me to New York City, but I didn't even use it to like do any. I left it at my friend's house, and like I didn't even carry it on.
Okay.
Or share more blueprint documents with Caroline. Okay. Sweet. All right. Updates on what you are currently creating, please.
Right now, I have like part of the survey completed, but I feel like I do need to add more questions to it. And I'm just going to be organizing like the blueprint in my mind. Because
Yeah.
like,
But Caroline, also feel free to work with Kyle on this as well. You know, like you need help with. I mean, his mind is brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, the brilliant minds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally went up to 2 random strangers on the street asking them this question. I was like, if you could create a survey for plastic manufacturing companies, like what would you ask them? Because I wasn't able to like, you know what I'm saying, like anticipate as many questions as possible to even ask this kind of, and then the next question is also like, what is this survey going to be used for? You know, like, and this is where I felt like your data expertise will come into handy in terms of what is that process of, first of all, like what is the data going to be used for, right? And I'm going to be attending a meeting today at 3 p.m. as well, you guys. I can bring one friend. It's Data 360. Caroline, would you want to attend this with me?
I think I have something at what is it, 3? I think I have something.
It's 3 p.m. PDT, which is 4, I'm sorry, it's 1 p.m. PDT, which is 4 p.m. EST. So it's actually 4 p.m. your time. Kyle or Karen, I know Kyle, you're like ending your day by then already, but yeah, I'll show you. I'll share the whatchamacallit link with you guys to see if you guys are interested in attending this with me today. And it's also happening tomorrow. Oh wait, am I confusing 2 different things? I might be confusing 2 different things. I'm confusing this with the Her Brand Co marketing strategy that's happening tomorrow. Yeah, hold on here, my loves. Hold on, I'm so sorry. We're gonna bring a friend. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, I'm gonna share this link with one good friend who you think will benefit from this. Okay. All right, you guys take a look at this and let me know if this is interesting to you. Yeah, so this is the one that's happening tomorrow at 2:30 EST. What I love about Her Brand Co is they give you lots of really valuable information like marketing and business information. It's really, really cool. Okay, done. And Caroline, to go back onto what we were talking about, Data 360. I mean, essentially what they're going to be doing today is, saying, ask us whatever tech. It's called the Data 360 Labs Group Office Hours. Here, I'm going to share the details with you here as well, so you guys have that access. Okay. This is what their email says, which is why I'm going to the meeting today and probably tomorrow. These are the tools that only corporations are supposed to be using, but Data 360 is giving you access point now instead of 10 years from now, and companies have moved on. Yeah, basically this is the text that they sent. Okay, just give you guys all the information. It's a lot easier that way. But you know what, Caroline? I'm going to go to the meeting today, and if I have any questions that come up, I will bring them to you, and then we can talk about them. And then if there's anything else that I need to attend, I'll go to the meeting again tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Correct. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, what are you currently creating? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm currently creating market management survey, and I finished the Canva yesterday, so I think I'm gonna be starting soon the blueprint, or like reorganizing the blueprint at least.
Caroline, could you figure out a way to encrypt, and maybe Kyle, this is a question for you as well, since it links to security, but is there a way, and I know there is, but I don't know how to do it yet unless I spend time doing it myself, to password code a PDF document? So essentially these chapbooks are going on for sale. Last year, somebody bought a chapbook and sent it to someone without them paying for it. So I want to be able to only allow people who paid for the chapbook to access the chapbook through a password in the PDF. I mean, obviously there's no way of like preventing someone from sending them the PDF and the password as well. But if there's a way to prevent as much as that from happening as possible, Kyle, does.
I mean, if you just want to encrypt the file and then send people who you authorize the password, then that's very much an option. If you want to, do you want to host this file like on the web and then have them access it via a password? Because that's a little different.
Essentially, someone's buying the document on a hosting website that's not mine.
And then they get a copy of the file.
Right.
And then you want it so they can, I mean, will the hosting site let you upload and sell an encrypted file?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can just encrypt it with software using whatever encryption method you want.
But then let's say I buy it, right? Then I have the code. Then I can just send Caroline. Can I not just send Caroline the PDF in an email and then give her the code as well?
I mean, if you decrypt the file, which you would also need the software to decrypt the file, like because you with the key, which is the password, then yeah, you could just send the file either encrypted or unencrypted to Caroline, with or without the key. Like what I'm trying to say is you could just send the file after you've decrypted it to Caroline.
Right.
Or you could just send the encrypted file to Caroline with the key that you got. So it's more or less the same deal.
So it's not really preventing anybody from sharing the document still.
No, it just adds an extra step for everyone.
Is there a way to protect the document?
Not really with the PDF. If you wanted to host it on your own site and figure out how to sell it using something like Shopify or whatever, then you could like have it password like be hidden behind a password, but that still doesn't stop anyone from just downloading the file or taking a screenshot or just copy pasting everything on a PDF and then taking it off the site, which it just adds an extra step. It doesn't really change anything.
Yeah. Okay, so definitely something to add to the website, Kyle, is the Shopify account for sure. The chat books that I will be selling on there, I have until the end of July before that site shuts down my selling privileges. So preferably before July 31st to be able to upload the chat books that I've created so that I can redirect audience members or customers. You know, Queer Art is going to be ending their digital art fair. Please visit this website to continue purchasing should you want to purchase, etc., etc.
I can figure it out. I don't really know much about Shopify, but I'm pretty sure they have an API you can integrate, like just like drag and drop into your site.
So far, out of all the hosting selling sites, Shopify has been the most user-friendly from my personal experience and also other people's experience.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So
cool. Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate that. Sweet. All right, Caroline, Canva, the posters. Thank you, Caroline, for letting me go back and forth. Thank you. Anything else, Caroline, what you're working on or what you've already worked on?
Let's see what I supposed to say from.
No, yeah, it's okay. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, your material trash you shared. All right, what's a rose and a thorn and a rose from last week?
For us was like seeing like my work come like digitally to life. So like seeing it come up on laboratory learners, like the Minecraft curriculum, like seeing it populate, as well as like putting the Canva posters from like MI into like the visualization. Like I think the socials, I added socials for Gary, I think. Those are okay. I think those are just like a step up. And
Wait, I'm sorry, you added socials for what exactly? Sorry.
Gary, like he's like his social media. Yeah. Cause I was like, oh, like I think you need to add this. Like I think you wanted that in. Yeah. Or he wanted that in. So those are the roses. Thorns are like I think things that I didn't really finish by the end of the week because I feel like I was like missing some parts, like the survey wasn't full enough, as well as like the blueprint was like a little hard for me to navigate through, like I said.
Did you receive the pictures that I sent you, Caroline?
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna have to walk.
But I don't think I really took a look at them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and we'll have to meet possibly later. Are you able to meet today at some point? If not tomorrow.
Yeah.
If not tomorrow works. There's really no urgency because you still have stuff to finish for today, right? You said like this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's meet tomorrow instead.
Okay.
Next question. And the last rose. Rose, thorn, rose. Finally seeing the plastic curriculum being critiqued. Yeah. Cool. All right. And what would you like to accomplish this week?
I like to accomplish like trying to at least do some of the blueprint, like the main like bulk of it that you have in the middle of the mirror at least, and then finish project surveys and like send that out to people to complete.
I'm going to be sending you, Caroline, a list of emails as well. The one that me and you worked on earlier on. Yeah.
Do you think it'll be a good idea to like put it online, like Reddit or something?
Say again?
Like, do you think it'll be a good idea to just like share it online, like on like a Reddit or something? Like fill this out.
Wait, what? I couldn't.
On like a Reddit? Do you know what like a Reddit?
Yeah.
Like, would it be a good idea to just like share it on like
to share it on
an
Reddit?
online platform? Yeah, like a forum.
That wouldn't hurt. Yeah, but what exactly would you want to share?
The survey.
Yes, 100%. 100%. That makes sense. That's a good question as well. Like, who are we sending these survey packets to? Yeah, we need to meet tomorrow and talk about that. You know, and in terms in terms of like demographic as well. Oh my god, brain fart. I was wondering if there's a way to collect data from restaurants to see how much, call them, be like, how much are you spending a month on plastic, all of your plastic utensils, all of your plastic bags, coverings, lids, everything, and then total that cost, and then find an alternative, calculate 6 months worth of that product, and essentially be like, we're going to pay for 6 months of the organic stuff in exchange for all of your plastic that's currently in your, what do you call that, in your inventory, so that that plastic is not going out into circulation. We're essentially collecting all of that plastic back, and then we're giving them a whole haul of 6 months worth of stuff. that requires you to get on the phone though, Caroline, to like call the companies and like, or what we can start off with first is to create a list of, I mean, take it from how you feel like makes the most sense, right? And if this is also like too much to add onto your plate, because it's like, because this is part of the blueprint, the how do you say, the outreach of asking these restaurants and like creating a viable solution for them is coming from a place of, if we were in their positions and if somebody was coming to us, right, and we're already spending, we already have overhead, we have so many things as a restaurant or as a business owner, right, you already have so many things to think about. The last thing you want to think about is spending more money on something that you cannot even have the brain capacity to even go and change, right? That takes time and energy to do something. So if we're able to come in and mitigate that gap for them and make it super fucking easy, then it's like, how can they say no? We essentially want to get as many restaurants into that beautiful place of like, okay, you know what, you're right, like I am going to save all this money, I'm going to save probably $3,000 over the next 6 months, and you're going to do all the work. Why the heck would I not employ you guys? Why the heck would I not ask you guys to, etc., etc., etc.? Part of the blueprint is an exchange. When this restaurant agrees to do this, they're also agreeing to feed certain amounts of people that we have attached as partners. Who these people are, that's the juicy part of the creation of expanding the blueprint. Initially, it was going to be real estate agents, because the real estate agents were going to agree to give 25% of their commission to us and to another organization of native tribes. Specifically, one of my friends from college, one of my friends from college started an organization that clothes and provides educational resources to Native kids, specifically to help raise funds for their Native gear. As you know, the US just took away their right. But then on 42nd Street, you have Native Americans in Nike outwear being like, you see us? And I was like slapped with like the dangers of, I don't want to say like appropriation of Native culture, because it's really Native culture on both sides. The download for me was that they're like, okay, we're in your space now. You want to take away our rights, but you want to give us a whole billboard. And then the dangers of that is like once it becomes mainstream and we start seeing it as such, then it's like, oh yeah, like everything's okay, everything's, and it's just like this, like it's like I don't know, it's like getting Greta on the cover of Vogue, Okay, I'm done with that. Cool. So we'll meet again tomorrow to talk about this a little bit more. Let's see. Any questions or feedback for the group, Caroline?
I think after 4 works for me tomorrow.
One more time?
After 4. Just let me know. 4 p.m.
4 p.m. For today? We're meeting today?
For tomorrow.
Tomorrow 4 p.m.
Or today if you want.
I mean, let me see. I haven't checked the calendar today. Let me see. I mean, it makes sense to meet today so that we get as much information out from the beginning of the week as possible. So we can text as well, and see how we both feel. I'm on very little sleep, and so we'll see how long I.
No problem.
Anything else you would like to add? No?
On my end, if we're still meeting later at 2:30, I'm gonna send you a message on WhatsApp. You can send me a message back later.
Okay.
Closer to that time.
Okay.
I can add all of you to WhatsApp for now, but I'm not sure about Emma, so I guess I'll have to contact her.
Yeah, do you have her phone number?
Yeah, her email.
Would you like her phone number? Caroline? Shibu Imu. Yay, thanks, Caroline. We are still on the call. Did everybody send you the bios, Caroline? And the
Hmm?
headshot? Everyone
Oh,
sent you
yeah.
the bios.
I think Kyle did. Emma hasn't got back to me about that.
Okay.
Do you want those on Instagram or on the website or both?
Probably Instagram makes sense, and then also on the website that Kyle will be building. Or actually, I'm so sorry. No, not the one on the Liberatory Learners website. Yeah, on the Liberatory Learners website. If you're able to make a new, section, and then if you're able to do that, to input all of the other interns as well, starting from 2021 summer internship.
Oh,
Thanks, Caroline. Okay, would you like Emma's number? I'm just gonna type it in.
wait, do you have like the list of people from 2021?
Yeah, I can share that with you.
Okay, thank you. And their bios, maybe.
And their bio should be up there as well. Yeah, this is Emma's
Okay.
number. Just send it in the chat.
Thanks.
SYEP. Sweet. Okay, Jamya. Kyle, I wonder if we're able to meet now, since unless you have something to do. I don't have a meeting for another hour, and I feel like I still have wind to
I think I'm capped out. I don't
Okay.
think I can work I don't think I can work more than 5 hours consecutive.
I hear you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being honest. No worries, Kyle. Okay, go ahead and take a rest. Caroline, you as well. And I will meet with both of you later on today at some point, okay?
See you.
Okay. Bye, you guys.